Hey there guys, what's up? This is Zintica. So today we're going to have AMD, Intel, all about the unified memory, the articles from Eurogamer we're going to be talking about here, even a little bit of Nvidia is going to be in it probably. So I'll get through it as quick as I can. We're going to do this right now, guys. Hey there guys, what's up? In the background we have Dead Island Riptide. So this is me and Abdul playing around and messing around, guys. He's the one that actually sent me the article we're going to be referring to here, Eurogamer. I'll make sure to post it down below so you guys can see it. This game is a little underrated in my opinion. I think it's not a bad game. Okay guys, so we have AMD in this, and then a little bit about the Intel, okay? So basically what's going on here is they took a bunch of AAA developers, okay, and they started asking them questions, okay? So basically for future-proofing your PC, okay, for the next generation consoles, you know, the next generation basically. And they asked them what would they use, an AMD or an Intel processor, okay? And all these developers came back with they would use the AMD 8350 8-core processor, okay, at 4 gigahertz. All right, so we all know that the next generation consoles, PlayStation 4 and Xbox 720, are going to have an 8-core processor in there, Jaguar, at 1.6 gigahertz. Okay, so basically, what I took it as from this article is that they're saying that since they're going to be developing for AMD, a lot of games are going to be AMD based. You already see it in Battlefield 4. It says uses AMD. You know what I mean? And basically, they're talking about the only reason Intel dominated the current generation was because of the single core generation. You know what I mean? This is why AMD always lagged behind, because games were basically developed for single core and Intel performed better. Alright, so what they're trying to say is that AMD in the new generation coming up, the next gen consoles and next gen basically PC games also, that AMD is gonna basically run better because that's what they're developing for. That's what I took it as in this article, guys. I don't know, you guys read it, you know, come back, comment below. For those of you guys that don't want to read it, I'm just going to kind of break it down somewhat, a little bit, from what I understand. And again, guys, you know what I mean? We really don't know till this stuff is tested and proven. But I would think developers know what they're talking about since they're already using the next generation stuff. But is this gonna kind of like, is this gonna fuck Intel users? You know what I mean? They say Intel users are going to be able to run the games, but they just may run into small problems. You know what I mean? They may run into choke points with their processors and games. They just, you know, they might run into things that normally they wouldn't run into. And AMD is going to be running smooth. So, you know, we already see it in games like Battlefield 4. It says uses AMD, you know, for the next gen consoles. It's on their package. You guys can look this up. But in a way, it's kind of like it's cool because for me, I don't care. I'll use whatever, AMD or Intel. Currently, I'm using AMD and an Nvidia graphics card. I've used AMD graphics cards also. I don't discriminate with whatever. Like I've told you guys many times, I'm a gamer. I know a lot of these companies that kind of pin us up against each other as gamers, and we all start talking smack to one another. And I'm not about that. I'm just about saying, hey man, I hope we can all game one day together over some kind of multiplayer system where all platforms can be together. But anyways, I don't know, guys. I know I have some Intel guys out there. You guys can comment me here. Don't leave no shitty comments or anything. I know this is going to make AMD fans very happy when they read this article. But I don't know. We'll have to see, guys. You know, they're going to start developing for AMD developers. Their games are going to be using the architecture AMD uses pretty much when they start making their games. So with that said, let's get into the graphic card area now, guys. Okay, unified memory. Okay, so we all keep hearing this: 8 gigabytes of unified memory. The PlayStation 4 and the Xbox 720 have. So we're sitting here and everybody's wondering, Tide, it has 8 gigabytes of unified memory, and of course PC players are like, so I have 16 gig. I've said that too. I have 16 gigabytes of memory plus another 2 on my card. Okay. Here's the difference here, guys. Here's what's going on here. Okay. Since PlayStation 4 and Xbox 720 have 8 gigabytes of unified memory, basically that's their video card. Okay. If developers start which I wouldn't see why they're not going to. They start developing games to use that whole 8 gigabytes of unified memory. Well, guess what? Textures are going to load faster. So, guess what they're also going to do? They're going to develop better textures. Okay, they're going to make textures look better because they're going to know it can load it with that whole 8 gigabytes. Now, here's the thing with us is PC gamers. The only card we have with a lot of memory on it is the Titan. 6 gigabytes that I know of has 6 gigabytes of memory on it, but the damn card's $1,000. And this keeps me from saying there's no way I'm going to spend $1,000 on a video card. I've done it. I've spent before a big amount on a video card, and it's not worth it when you can run, say, like now in this current generation, you can run a 670 for $400 and run everything on highs pretty much. Why would you even get a Titan? You know, a Titan's for someone basically to say, hey, I have a bigger dick, and they really don't. It's just a card. It's an enthusiast card. You know, they're probably going to be doing more shit with that card than you usually would do. You know what I mean? They're going to be making videos, rendering, but I do fine with my 670 when I start rendering all my videos, so I don't get it. The unified memory plays a role with textures is what it does. So what's going to happen is, from what I understand in this article, once they start making next generation games and these games start coming out, you know, and the developers utilize the whole 8 gigabytes of unified memory, and we have a video card that only has 2 gigabytes of memory on it, those textures are going to load slower for us. That's what's pretty much all it's going to be, is they're going to load slower for us, especially if it has a shitload of textures, you know, and this might cause a little bit of problems, you know what I mean? We may have a little bit of hiccups here and there, not being able to load all the textures the way the PlayStation 4 or the Xbox 720 does. Now, console gamers are probably excited, yeah, see, but no, it's not that, guys. You know what I mean? It's even said, you know, PC is always going to be the dominant force in the gaming market. All it means is, I hope AMD, which I'm guessing they're going to, start releasing cards with 8 gigabytes of memory on it, but make it affordable for us to buy, because I'm thinking is what AMD is going to end up doing. So will this stop me from using Nvidia? It depends. You know what I mean? It depends on price to comparison, but plus also, since games are being developed for AMD, will the AMD card run better on my computer for gaming? I'll go to what's going to run better, guys. That's what I'm going to do. You know what I mean? Like I said, I don't discriminate. I'm not one of those person who's going to fanboy something so hard that I'm not going to switch and be stubborn about it. No, I'll go to AMD. I'll do whatever I need to do so that way I can keep gaming. Was this a smart move on AMD's part? Probably a very smart move on their part if it works out for them. If people buy up these consoles like crazy, which I'm guessing they're going to, they're going to be making a lot of money in return, since gaming is going to be developed more on the PC side now. It's going to help them on the PC side too also, because I would think a lot of people aren't going to be that stubborn, even though they're really hardcore Nvidia fanboys right now or hardcore Intel fanboys. If they're gamers, they're going to do what they have to do to game, you know. So I don't, like I said, it's for me, I'll do it because I just like gaming, and we're all gamers, so You know, unless you're so stubborn that you wouldn't, that things aren't running right on an Intel, then I don't know what to tell you. But yeah, guys, interesting article. Again, I'll post it down below. You guys go through it and read it. It's a long article. If I kept going on about it, we'd probably be here for an hour, you know. So again, guys, you guys can Twitter me, follow me on Twitter, contact me anytime you guys want through YouTube or through Twitter. If you guys can, give me a thumbs up on this video, and subscribe if you like this, guys. So thank you for watching. I'm out. Zenticus is out. Later.